Hey guys, it's me, Ep.12 here, and I'm back with another video for you guys today. And today we are uh, playing Princess Evangile, and it is episode 12. So let's get right into this.
Moonstone. 프린세스 에반지르. 로드? 로드 します.
You do have... Okay. Hey Siri, set a timer for 1 hour.
1 hour, counting down.
You do have a tendency for excellent timing. You aren't calling Tammy-san in advance for these things, are you? Tammy-san cut in before I could respond. Did you forget my tile, Mitsuki-san? Nothing escapes the gaze of Sombre Scanner. That is true. Well, what I was trying to say was... Ah? Oh, what you were saying before. What was it? Messiah-san, you didn't tell her, did you? Hmm? That's right. I was wondering about that myself. You mean... Did I tell Konomi-chan? Yeah. Chiho wrapped the paper against the table. After all, you hid it all the way up in that tree, and she found it immediately. It's weird, isn't it? Um, rather than him telling her, it may be that Konomi saw him hiding it there. Ah, yeah, that's what I think happened. I wasn't lying, but Rise-san and Chio still seemed unsatisfied. That's right. The real shocker here is Konomi. I can't believe she would betray Ritsuko this way. That's not it. Uh, you were listening in on us? Mitsuki-sama, please don't say such awful things in front of Mayone-sama. Yes, I beg your pardon. But then, really, what's this all about? We were all shocked by it. All eyes turned to her. Konomi-chan's already petite body shrank even further as her face turned red. You filthy tentature serpent. I'm going to cleave you in half after all. Huh? How is this my fault? Don't shift blame, please. Konomi-chan looked momentarily abashed, then immediately straightened and turned back to Ritsuko-chan. One-sama, you know, I was trying to do what I was trying to do, don't you? Yes, you did tell me, after all. What was she trying to do? Well, I listened to Ritsuko-chan's explanation and felt my shoulders slump. Oh, so that's all it was? Disappointed? Well, I can't deny that. Look, it's just better than having her hate me, that's all. Why are you making excuses for something no one even said? Really? Why did you think I was doing it? Uh, Konomi-chan averted her eyes, her face red. It seemed like, for Konomi-chan, averting her eyes was her way of glaring at me. Well, Well, it's what I wrote down right here. L Love and Bloom? What were you thinking? Do you really think it was that strange thought? Konomi, kindly control yourself. You've been yelling this entire time. Besides, regardless of the conditions, the fact is that Messiah-san saved you. What do you say to someone who has done you a service? Well, it's okay. I don't really need. No, your feelings on the matter are irrelevant. It's simple common decency. Right. Yes. Thank you, Messiah-sama. Oh, well. But I'm still not going to let my guard down around that sorcery of yours. Huh? Sorcery? Now I know with even more certainty that I need to protect One-sama. Hmm? I looked at Ritsuko-chan to ask what she was talking about, but she seemed just as confused as me. Well, anyway, I'm looking forward to the Soirée Dansante. Uh, so, Mignon Poppy is going to dance with Tentature Serpent. Ugh. If just looking at him will make you pregnant, I wonder what holding his hand might do. What? I can't. Stop. Ah, there she goes. Perhaps I teased her a bit too much. So, you were just teasing? But I would like to try it, Messiah-san. Look straight into my... Ruruko-san was a truly inscrutable person. Ah, well, rules are rules, after all. Speaking of which, did you find any Messiahs? Oh yeah. After Konomi-chan left, I went for a walk and came across one in the underbrush. In the underbrush? What's wrong? Ah, nothing. The underbrush, huh? Hmm? Chio shook her head silently. What about you guys? Did you find any? Yes, but it's a girl I haven't spoken to very much. Me too. Everyone had a similar story. Who did you pull? Anyone you know? Actually, I haven't opened it yet. What? Why? I thought it would be fun to save it. Ah, I see. That's a good point. Anyway, I think I'll get some tea. There's some left, right? Yes. I believe there are some croissants remaining. Do help yourself. Thanks. The tea party looks like it was a big success. There were a lot of students present, chatting with cups and sweets in hand. Of course it was. But I think I think the tea Rise-san makes is tastier. Oh my. Thank you. I really am meticulous about my tea. Well now, I wonder if you'd say the same thing in a blind test. A blind test? You wear a blindfold and taste them and see if you can tell which is which. Rise-san, let's try it at once. Bring it on. Hey, wait a minute. They each took me by an arm and dragged me to the tea server. They were so snippy at each other before, but Rise-san and Mitsuki-san really do seem close. It must be Messiah-san's influence. Eh? For a time, they didn't speak at all. I see. For better or for worse, Messiah-san is bringing change to our school, isn't he, Ritsuko? I cannot deny it. Konomi has always been firm in her prejudices as well, but now I believe her other title might suit her better. Ah, now that you mention it, that's right, she had two titles, didn't she? What was the other one again? It is Lame Sans Mercy. Ah, even so, I cannot imagine we will see school-wide reform in the end. Yeah, I think there are a lot more people who'd want it to remain a girls' school. Yes. And you're so popular, Ritsuko. Although Rise-san is on a similar level. To be honest, I have had my doubts. I do not know if it was for me to lead our association. Even so, having accepted the position, I intend to fulfill my responsibilities. The Coriolan, the Carol, what the I am, dude, these freaking fancy, I don't even know these freaking words. Uh, Carolyn bells rang, announcing the start of the Soirée Dansante. They're so into it. The gym was already packed with people. In addition, despite being off in a corner, there was another group whose presence stood out clearly. It was a string orchestra. No way. I knew that Vincennes liked to go overboard, but I never thought they'd have music played by a live string orchestra. Dang, she's so pretty. Man, I wish I had that version of this. What are you staring at? Whoa! Eh? Whoa, Rise-san, you look beautiful! That looks great on you! Ah, well, I thank you. It's rare to receive such a plainly spoken compliment from you. I feel quite beside myself. But it's true. Well, thank you. But the tuxedo looks very fine on you as well, Masaya-san. Oh, I don't know. I kept looking in the mirror and thinking this isn't going to work. No, it looks wonderful. Rise-san was the one who arranged the tuxedo. Everyone wears dresses to the soirée dansante. It wouldn't do to have you being the only one in casual clothing. So she said. But hearing that everyone would be in dresses and actually seeing them in person were two very different things. Wow, she really is pretty. Seeing a beauty like Rise-san dressed like this was no laughing matter. Oh my. The exposed skin of her breasts was an amazing sight. It was unbelievably fair. Oh my, you're staring. Ah, ahem. Hmm? Hmm? Oh, Gio, you're wearing one too. Well, excuse me. What's wrong? It looked really good on you. It looks really good on you. Really? Yeah, although I never really pictured you in a dress before. I was used to thinking of Chio as an athletic girl, so the sight was really striking. Unlike me, she seems really suited to dressing up. You're beautiful. I wonder if he is going to compliment everyone like this. What was that? I was saying you really are a tentature serpent. Huh? Salutations. Ooh, she looks nice too. Salutations. Hello. Well, Messiah-san, how do I look? Tommy-san gave me a flurry. Wink. I admit, I usually get off a pretty ridiculous image wearing my avant-garde hats indoors and all. So she was aware of it. So this is my big transformation. You're seeing the sultry and sexy side of me. It gets you pretty worked up, huh, Messiah Sam? What are you talking about? It's a joke. Don't get so mad. But what is it that boys say? It's enough to stop traffic, right? Yeah. Oh, confirmed. Well, I guess it's true. I am showing my shoulders and all. I never really thought about it when it was all girls, but now that there's a boy in the mix, I feel a little self-conscious. Tammy-san gave me an uncharacteristically bashful smile. I wish my chest was a little bigger, though. Boards don't have much appeal, to be frank. You have plenty there. What are you looking at? Ow. For heaven's sake. Ow, ow. They're both pinching me. They both pinched me. What was that about chest size? About chests? I mean, I did not mean to say it. Okay. Moving on. All eyes turned and came to rest on a single point. It's huge. Boop. Yes, they are. I had some idea of how big they were when she dressed casually, but after seeing her in a dress like this, it was worse than I imagined. Huh? Ruko-san, you really are amazing. In what sense? Your chest! Your chest! Without warning, Tammy thrust a finger into her cleavage. Whoa! Ah! Wow! Hey, Messiah-san! My finger's trapped between her pillows. It's stuck in her cleavage. It's nothing to get so excited about. That was sexual harassment. Oh, so you were speaking about breasts? Yeah, and how we don't really think about them until we're dressed like this. Talk of breasts always reminds me of when I found Panterbell. Why Panterbell? I nursed him. What? It's a joke. I'm not lactating, of course. Of course. Thank God. The truth is, I held him to my breast to keep him warm. He was so cold after all. Wow. That seemed more characteristic of Ruruko-san's kindness. You really have an orchestra, though. I couldn't believe my eyes when I saw it. Yes, the May Festival is the orchestra club's time to shine. And they're so good. Hey, what are they playing? The Strauss Waltz, Voice of Spring. That's right. They said we'd be dancing the waltz. Of course I couldn't dance it well myself. Just then, the chatter in the hall died down, as did the sounds of the orchestra. All eyes turned to the stage. Marika-san, the student council president, proceeded to the center of it. Salutations, everyone. The time has come to begin the May Festival's main event, the all-night Soirée Dansante. This night comes only once a year. Please enjoy yourselves, everyone. Now, we will have a few words from Rise, the leader of the White Lily Society, which proposed this year's idea. Rise, come here. Okay, I'm off. Rise-san waved lightly, then, with warrior's calm, proceeded to the stage. Wow, she really is imposing. In moments like these, that remind me why she was known as Soleil d'Ecole. She issued a greeting and a simple explanation. Then the strings resumed the waltz. Rise-san remained at the podium with the air of a master of ceremony. It feels a little livelier than last year. I'm sure they're all restlessly hoping to be taken by Messiah-san. Huh? Taken? Just say dancing like a normal person. Is that what she meant? Besides, that's not true. That's not true anyway. Everyone knows who they're dancing with. Oh ho ho, that's right. But as the night goes on, their turns will come. I see. The only the only boy in a room full of girls. It's like uh it's like fish in a barrel. Ugh. But I feel quite excited myself. I can't wait to touch Messiah-san in his rough, hard voice. Stop it. Why are you talking like this? What are you talking about again? His hand? His hand? Let me feel. Sure. Wow, it really is. Tammy-san poked at my hand with her finger. It's much rougher than mine. Wow. I'm not a toy, you know. Oh, it's fine. I'm not hurting you. But I feel as if it's a bit softer than before. Oh, that's right. It's really gone soft. And it was so hard before. What are you people talking about? Oh, it's nothing important. Hmm? We were talking about how the dance seems livelier than last year. Well, we do have a boy here this year. I feel rather swept away myself. Wow, you too, Ritsuko? Messiah-san, have you opened your egg yet? No, not yet. She said we'd start with the seniors, so I want to wait until the last minute. I see. Ritsuko-chan gave a swift bow, then walked away quickly. What's with her? She's acting pretty weird. Perhaps she is imagining Messiah-san's passionate embrace. It's still just dancing. Wow. Third year final course students, please present the paper inside your egg to the person whose name is written on it. Oh, looks like it's starting. Guess it's time to move on, move off to the side. Yeah. We all lined up against the wall. Just then, I felt a tap on my shoulder. I turned. Salutations. Yes. It was a girl I'd never seen before. She's incredibly beautiful. But what does she want from me? You're Messiah-kun, right? I guess I don't need to ask. You're the only boy here, after all. Huh? Nice to meet you. I'm Kitami Kato, Ayaka, of Class 3D. Ah, a pleasure. I'm Okanogi Messiah, of 2C. Kitami Kato. I've heard that name before. Okay, Messiah-kun. You're dancing with me. Please be gentle. Huh? What do you mean, ah? Well, but Ayaka-san gave me such a dazzling smile that I couldn't find it in me to resist. Come along now. Uh, she took my hand and pulled at me lightly. I stumbled out onto the floor. Is this your first time dancing? You're so stiff. Oh, yeah. In that case, I'll take the lead for you. Wow, it's like my head is spinning. As she pressed close to me, I felt a sweet fragrance tickle my nose. A woman's scent alone was enough to get my heart racing, but now I had her softness against my body too. This is they were huge, maybe even bigger than Ruruko-san's. In particular, since I was looking down from above, her cleavage stood out even more. Amazing. Breathing shallowly, I did the best I could to follow the steps of the dance without stepping on her feet. What? What is he doing? Ah? That appears to be Ayaka-sama. Are they dancing? They appear to be. That's strange. There was that big fuss about it this afternoon. He should be dancing with Konomi. Uh, then the Easter egg that Messiah-san found belonged to Ayaka-sama? But it's the third year student's pick, isn't it? That is true. So it's pretty weird. Whoa, look at him blush. I wonder what they're talking about. Uh, uh, Ayaka-san? I finally managed to catch my breath enough to ask her the question I'd been wondering. Besides, if I spent the whole time silently staring at her chest, she'd have my number pretty quickly. Pretty quick. At Ventsness, one refers to one's elders as Sama. That's the unwritten rule. That's right. But I don't mind. Huh? You can address me as San. You must be unaccustomed to it, after all. I don't put much stock in unwritten rules anyway. I find Sama to be overly formal. So, please call me Ayaka-san. Right. So, what did you want to ask? Ah, do you have the paper with my name on it? Ruru said that she was supposed to show it to me before we danced. Oh, well, actually, I lost it. Lost it? Yes, I was walking down the path when I was suddenly attacked by a crow. It was scary. Then it flew off with the paper in its beak. That kind of thing happens all the time, you know? Uh, that seems awfully fishy to me. Rather, it was a bald-faced lie. But, oh well. Yeah, we know you just want to dance with him. Well, I need to take a longer. Yeah, she nice. Pretty sweet. Okay. I wasn't going to complain about dancing with a beauty like her after all. But still, I turned my head to steal a peek back at the wall. Wow, everyone's watching us. None of that. Whoops. I reached out to turn my face back to her. It's poor manners not to watch your partner during a dance. Ah, I'm sorry. You may not know me, but I've been watching you for a while. You're a boy after all. I've wanted to know what kind of person you are. Ah, but I've had several different impressions of you. One minute you're surprisingly noble, the next I have no choice but to consider you a tentature serpent, which is which is the real Messiah Kun, I wonder. I'm wait, huh? Rather than taking your word for it, I thought it would be better to interact with you and find out, little by little, you know. I realized we were nearing the end of the song. I had been so nervous I barely felt the time passing. But dancing with you like this, I did learn one thing about you. Boys really do have dirty minds. So, she had my number after all. Sorry. Not at all. It was extremely educational. Ayaka-san smiled as she said it. Apparently, she wasn't the type to be bothered by that kind of thing. The song finished and she pulled away. The sweet smell and the softness that had enchanted me all through the dance were gone in an instant. Well, I should be going. Salutations. Ah, right. I found myself wishing that the song had lasted a little bit longer. Messiah-kun. He might be even cuter than he was rumored to be. Hmm. When did you get so cozy with Ayaka-sama? What do you mean? I've never seen her before. Wow, this tiny little school and you've never seen her even once? Why are you looking at me like that? Well, I guess maybe I've seen her before, but this is the first time we ever really talked. Now, the more pressing matter is how she invited you to dance. Yeah, that's right. Mignon Pope should be your partner, shouldn't she? Did she give Ayaka-sama her paper? No, she said it got stolen by a crow. What a blatant lie. Even you should have known that was a lie, so why didn't you turn her down? Well, well, she's pretty. Oh, I see. For heaven's sake, you're shameless. This isn't about shame. It's just hard to refuse when someone goes out of their way to ask you like that. That's true, I guess. What did Ayaka-sama say? She said she'd been watching me. Oh, but you've been here a month now. I never knew Ayaka-sama was so cautious. We will now proceed with the intermediary students. Will intermediary course third years please take out their papers? Ah, Konomi-chan is in intermediary third year, isn't she? Don't turn around, Messiah-san. Huh? You don't feel that heat on your back? Hmm? I didn't feel any heat, though I did sense someone there. That's an interesting outfit, Konomi. So it was Konomi after all. Well then, Messiah-san, you may turn. Right. What an emotional meeting. Ruko-san had a really mischievous streak. Huh? What's wrong with you? Is that the attitude you take to a duel? A duel? But why are you dressed like that? This is my Naginata uniform. Right, I know that, but I deemed it necessary in order to combat your sorcery. Huh? She had mentioned sorcery earlier that day, too. She ignored my question and continued speaking undaunted. Rainbow uniform unifies the body and mind. To put it simply, it raises my defensive prowess. In addition, it is drenched in my blood, sweat, and tears. All of the suffering and joy that I have experienced practicing the Naginata are contained within it. Right. And so, as long as I'm wearing it, I will not lose to the likes of you. A duel. But when did this become competitive? Dancing is competitive, isn't it? It's true that dancers are occasionally graded, but Konomi, what is it? I don't understand a lot of this, but could you at least explain the sorcery thing? You're going to feign ignorance of what you did to me? What did I do again? After you addled my mind and my body that way, oh, the Tentature Serpent shows his true colors. Hey, what did you do to her? I didn't do anything. I can't breathe. She's just a child. What were you thinking? She's not a child. There's no excuse. But I really didn't do anything. I won't lose this time. With my uniform on, I have the strength of 100. It appears the dance is starting. Rise-san is looking our way, so we really should. Chio finally released me, and Konomi went into a bow stance. Now come at me. You do know it's still a dance, right? I really didn't want her to stab me with her nagina. Just where did that come from anyway? Well, come on, let's go. We'll make trouble for the others if we keep standing around here talking. Right. With that, the two of us finally headed for the dance floor. The dance had already started around us. We took hands, drew in close to one another, and joined in with the others. I wondered how to break the ice. If I didn't say anything, my palms would start to sweat. Konomi-chan? Konomi-chan. Ah, whoops, I called her Chan. Konomi, about before, did you see what happened? Hmm? Weird. I guess she wasn't ignoring me because of the Chan thing. Are you okay? Ah, why do you ask? It's just, you were staring out into space. I was not staring out into space. Then, did you hear what I said? Well, it's just so noisy, and there's the music too. So, what is it? I was wondering if you saw what happened. What happened? No, it's probably better if you didn't. She probably been too distracted to look around. Even now, even now, though I was hardly in the position to judge, Konomi-chan's dancing was really poor. To be honest, the two of us together were really just stepping randomly while our bodies swayed. Oh, it's happening again. Again! Just touching him makes me feel hot. My legs are going numb. I can't believe it. I don't want to believe it. Even in my uniform, must I still yield to the face of Tentature Serpent's sorcery? It can't be true. It's so strange. During a match, no matter how at a disadvantage I am, I've never yielded before. Ugh. Okay. Is she okay? Beads of sweat were forming on Konomi-chan's forehead. Her eyes were darting all around the room. I couldn't let her go on this way. I gave her shoulder a light shake. Konomi-chan, how about we take a break and sit down? Hmm. Hey now. She clapped suddenly like a marionette with its strings cut. I took her in my arms quickly. Filthy sorcery. Ugh. Konomi-chan murmured something as her eyes closed, but I couldn't make it out. The waltz had finished, so I picked her up and carried her back to the corner. Is she okay? I don't know. I wonder if she's fighting a cold. Did she faint? Ah, Sister Mishima. Yeah, she did. She doesn't seem to have a fever, though she looks a bit pale. It must be anemia. At any rate, she did appear to be very nervous. Very nervous? She did? She was covered in sweat. To be honest, this kind of thing happens quite often. Oh, really? When girls are facing their beloved onesamas. Ah. Although, in this case, it was probably just because I was a guy. Really, anemia is just a mild form of it. In my day, we got nosebleeds like fountains. God damn it. I see. Anyway, should I take her to the nurse's office? I'd be holding Kanomi-chan in my arms the entire time we were talking. Her body was so soft and yielding, though it was still a far cry from Ayaka-san's. We have mattresses laid out in the corner of the gym for just such occasions. Let's let her rest there. Yes, ma'am. Sister Mishima led me to the spot, and I laid Kanomi-chan down. As I moved her, I could hear her murmuring something. I couldn't help but feel sorry for making her feel so anxious. It was time for the final course second years to choose their partners. In other words, my turn. Who will it be, I wonder? I had been waiting all day for this, so I was really excited. With my heart racing, I opened the egg, and then written on the paper was, no way. Who was it? I silently showed her the paper. Oh my, you really are lucky. You get to dance with Belle Apine. Is this going to be okay? What are you all flustered about? Well, it's just, it'll be fine. See? She's even looking your way. I turned back to look. I thought she was acting strangely. She probably deducted that it was her egg you found. Rise-sen made the announcement, and all the second years started to move. Among the tide of students, Ritsuko's delicate body remains stock still. You can't keep a lady waiting. Go already. Ow. What the fuck? She gave me a hard shove, and I headed over to Ritsuko-chan. What's the matter? It looked like she pushed you. Oh, a little. Anyway, is this okay? To what do you refer? Dancing with me? It is not okay. Oh, I thought so. But rules are rules. What? I am a person who follows the rules. Really? But I think the most important thing is having fun. Though, of course, if there's a part of you that thinks it might be fun to dance with me, you know. Asaya-sama. Yeah? The others have already begun dancing. They would think it unnatural for us to remain here talking. Ah, right. We took hands and began to dance the waltz. Ritsuko-chan, as expected, knew the dance well, but I was a miserable sight, mostly just shuffling my feet around. Masaya-sama, please forgive me for earlier. Huh? What do you mean earlier? Your first dance partner. That was my elder sister. Ah, your sister? Ah, I suddenly remembered. Ritsuko-san. Your last name is Kita Katami, fuck! Katami Kato, isn't it? Yes. Right, right. Students here rarely use their last names, so I had completely forgotten. That's right. I thought her name seemed a little familiar, and there was something familiar about her face, too. That makes sense. So it was you she reminded me of. Did she offend you in any way? Offend me? No, not at all. I see, but it was obvious that my sister did not find your Easter egg. Ah, well, that's true. My sister is always like this. She never was one to respect the rules. She spoke the words indifferently, with no trace of anger in her voice. It often gets her in trouble with the school, but it never seems to concern her. At some point, the teachers just seem to give up. Really, I don't know what to do with her. She's sort of a problem child, huh? I suppose you could say that. But she seemed friendly and easy to talk to me. Oh? Oh, I don't mean that you're hard to talk to or anything like that. Ahem. Anyway, she didn't leave a bad impression. There's nothing you need to apologize for. I see. Ah, I believe you are the only person here who would say such a thing about my sister. Hmm? What is it? She reacted to my surprise with suspicion. Ah, no, I was just thinking. This is the first time I've ever seen you smile, Ritsuko-chan. I've been meaning to ask you, but please stop addressing me as Chan. Ah, right. I didn't know what their relationship was like, but I could tell that she cared about her sister. That much was clear. If I may be honest, I have never understood the chairwoman's or Rise-sama's desire to bring in a sample of boys. However, you have brought a breath of fresh air to Vent's nest. That much is absolutely true. I guess so. I think they were hoping I'd have some kind of effect on people. That was the reason they brought me here. At the least, you have had an effect on one person. Huh? Ritsuko-chan's expression relaxed slightly, another first for the night. Then she turned her eyes to the side. I followed her gaze. One-sama! Er? Kanomi-chan was weaving dexterously through the crowd, heading right for us. In addition, she was carrying a dangerous item in her hands. Get away from him, now! One-sama! For heaven's sake, what are you doing, Konomi? I knew that man was a tentature serpent. No, he is a devil. The leader of the devils. Beelzebub. What? Okay. What are you talking about? Even this uniform, stained with blood, sweat, and tears, could not protect my virtue. I have been your virtue? Do you even understand what you're saying? Even Ritsuko-chan's eyes went wide at that. It appeared to me that you were dancing an ordinary waltz. But One-sama, didn't you feel it? She was practically shrieking now. The orchestra had stopped playing, and the others were watching us with bated breath. Feel what? Well, well, it's hard to describe it, but yes. Hmm. Oh, Konomi. What? This time, when she fainted, her face was bright red. Really, what was going on here? The others ran to help quickly, and I felt safe leaving Kenobi-chan to them. Sorcery. Huh? I tilted my head. Maybe I had some kind of magical powers after all? Well, it was worth a try. No. What are you doing? I don't even want to know. She could have at least let me finish it. With all the chaos, it was well into the night with the, by the time Woo with Oof had finished. Ah, yawn. I let out a loud yawn. Are you feeling sleepy? It's still early yet. Yeah, I guess I am. The truth is, I probably could have handled it before I came to Vincennes. But after spending this past month trying to live in line with the rules, I had become something of a morning person. Look, everyone else is still bursting with energy. It looks like they are. Woo if Oof had ended, and the Soiree Dansante proper was beginning. In other words, people were dancing with their own choice of partners. The orchestra played as elegantly as ever. I had begun to think its members were superhuman. In the end, I think they all want to dance with their preferred partner. I stared out into space for a minute, then wiped my eyes. I really was getting sleepy. Maybe it was a release of all that tension. I had a succession of partners, Ayaka, Konomi, and Ritsuko, all beautiful, but very different kinds of girls. Seeing as I'd never held a girl's hand before today, it was natural that I should be nervous. Darn, I couldn't stop yawning. Participation in the Soirée Dansante isn't obligatory, right? Oh, of course it isn't. Okay, I was thinking I'd head back to my room, and before I could finish, I found my left and right arms pinned. Messiah, Messiah-san. Uh, huh? I looked quickly left and right. I was so slippy it took me a second to grasp the situation. Huh? They were each pulling at one of my arms. Hey, it's like a tug of war. Like a tug of war? Ah, I wonder if they will tear his body in half like bread. You, uh, you have experience with that, huh? Oh ho ho. What is it? I was addressing the both of them. It's still early. So, let's dance. Actually, I was thinking of getting to bed. Huh? Messiah-san, you appear to have obligations at the moment. Right, well, okay. Who first? The two of them glared at each other. Chio-san, would you mind unhanding him? I grabbed him first, after all. What? No! I invited him first. I doubt that claim. Hey Messiah, say something already. I invited you first, right? No, I am certain that I did. Look, I'm already half asleep here. You little... Look, I can't help it. Really, come along already. No, he's coming with me. Ow, 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 ow. It doesn't matter who goes first. Yes, it does. Ugh. Hey, who goes first? Oh my god.
第6話ラブレターパニック
Ah, just can't shake this exhaustion. You're pathetic. It's already Monday. You need to get it together already. I know you're right, but I ended up staying up the whole night. So did everyone else. I guess that's true. Although, wait a minute. The rest of them got to take breaks between dances, while I was stuck in dance after dance. It was like some kind of perverse martial arts training. What the fuck? The way I was passed between the white Lily girls, Konomi-chan, Tommy-san, and the others. It wasn't an exaggeration to say that I never got a single break. Though I did have fun, at least. We had the approval ratings for the week. As she spoke, Rise-san slid the report onto the table. Do you mean Messiah-san's? Was there a change? There were no classes for half of the week. We started out low, of course, but it looks like we picked up a little support. Oh, you're right. Let me see. Hmm. Hmm? You still seem to be flying low to me. Even an Olympic pole vaulter needs a running start before the jump. We're still in that phase. A running start. Well, as long as you don't knock over the bar. But I wonder what caused the increase. It's small, but even so, I'm intrigued. The ever-serious Ritsuko-chan narrowed her eyes at the results. I wonder, perhaps the others were simply mesmerized by Messiah-san's graceful... No. Graceful? Really? I just mean that for your first time, you improved greatly through the night. That is true. You've always been pretty good at physical stuff. Do you really think improvement at dancing would lead to an increase in support? It does seem rather unlikely. I wonder if it might be this. Rise-san produced another piece of paper. Ah, why would something like this increase Tentature Serpent's approval rating? What do you mean? He did save you after all. That cherry tree was really quite tall. You could have hurt yourself very badly if you had hit the ground from that height. That's true, I suppose. I guess there were some people who were really impressed by the article. I guess that's it. You have it all wrong. Konomi-chan was trembling, her face scarlet. None of you understand how I felt in that moment. How did you feel in that moment? Well, well, I felt as if he had used some kind of sorcery on me. Do you really believe in sorcery? Konomi, if we have the wrong impression, then please stop talking nonsense and explain the matter concretely. Concretely, it felt like there was a... Shut the fuck up! Anyway, Onoi-sama, I'm so sorry. About what? It's my fault that Messiah-sama's approval rating has increased. Konomi, Vincent S. has already accepted the sample. We cannot change that, which means that if we are to follow the spirit of the exercise, then we must work to fathom the samples, Messiah-sama's true colors. Thus, the most important thing is not to oppose him blindly, but to search for those true colors. Right. Therefore, you have no need to apologize. Messiah-sama will show his true colors, and the others may approve, or perhaps they will not. Either way, the responsibility belongs to Messiah-sama, and not to you. Right. Konomi-chan must really have hated me. Not even her One-sama's words could get her to accept it. She's right. The agreement came from the let me finish this. From an unexpected source. I turned my eyes towards her. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. Make sure you guys put a like,
セーブする
subscribe, dingle the little bell notification icon,
セーブ
and I will see all you guys on the next one.